Hi guys, hope you are doing okay. Today I just happened to discuss something concerning blood sugars. Uh, Many people do ask what we do test when we are looking for blood sugar. I know sometimes you can be told that you are diabetic or your blood sugar levels are going higher than the recommended ranges. Today, I just wanted us to discuss something concerning blood sugar. First, let us know what is blood sugar and what it's all about when we are testing blood sugar. First, when we are talking about diabetic or diabetic disease, it is not a disease, but it is a condition. When we are talking about diabetes as itself, we do talk about blood sugar levels going higher than the recommended range. Mostly, when we are testing blood sugar, what we do look at, what we are checking for, to know whether the level of blood in your bloodstream it's higher than the recommended normal ranges. Sometimes we do talk about hypoglycemia, and we do talk about hyperglycemia. What we are talking about glycemia, it means that you have everybody is has the recommended or the required amount of blood glucose in or in her bloodstream. It's very sunny. Very sunny. It's on July. It's on February, and the sun is very hot. So that's why you are seeing that's a lot of right. So when you are talking about blood glucose or blood sugars, the organs that regulate the blood in our body, we call it the pancreas. There are two types of blood there are two types of diabetes. That we have the type 1 and type 2 type of diabetes. But how we differentiate between the type 1 and type 2 type of glucose, when we are talking about type 1 diabetic, or whether to categorize whether type 1 or type 2 type of diabetic, it means that if you are type 1, it means that you always rely on insulin. When we are talking about insulin, this is a substance or a chemical which is produced in our bodies. So when your blood sugar are becoming higher than the recommended, it means that you are producing not enough, or you are producing less insulin in your body. So if you are type 1 type of diabetic, it means that you always rely on insulin which are injectables, or you always rely on injection of insulin. So when we are talking about insulin, the production of insulin in our body is producing the pancreas. So when your blood levels are low, it means that your body is supposed to produce substance or chemical, like the name insulin, which will regulate the blood not to increase higher than the recommended normal ranges. When the blood, your level of blood, the sugar goes below the recommended range, it means that your body is not producing enough glucagon. So we have two types of chemicals in our bodies which are capable of which are used in our regulation of blood sugars in our bodies. So when the blood goes up, the chemical insulin will going to regulate, and we're going to maintain, make sure that your blood doesn't go higher than the recommended range. So when your blood goes low, below the normal ranges, it means that you have a chemical carbon which will go to regulate your blood not to go higher than to go below than the recommended ranges. Now, when we are talking about the ranges, blood sugar ranges, we have two types or three types of measurement of our body's glucose. This include the fasting blood sugar. We have the rapid blood sugar, it can be called RBS. We have fasting blood sugar, which is known by the name FBS. We have another type of testing, blood test for glucose or blood sugar, which we call it HbA1c. When we are talking about HbA1c, this is the blood glucose which we measure in percentage. So when we are testing blood sugar using the HbA1c level, this test measures the blood glucose for the past 3 months. So when we are talking about 3 months, that's 90 days. As we know, the red blood cells in our body stays in the blood stream for 120 days. So when we are saying that we are looking for the percentage blood sugar, that is the HbA1c test, it means that from the production of your red blood cells, when we are measuring blood glucose, we know that the blood glucose is carried by the red blood cells itself. So when you have enough red blood cells, it means that even the carrying capacity of your glucose, it will be equalized in our body. So when we are talking about we are talking about 3 months, that HbA1c that we are testing. This is the most accurate test when we are looking for diabetic, when we want to turn whether you are diabetic or not. The reason that this test is mostly relied on, it's because it's not that random. When we are talking about random and fasting blood sugar, sometimes it can alter from time to time. So when we are talking about fasting blood sugar, you are recommended not to eat or to take food for more than 8 hours. When we are talking about random blood sugar, you can come in our laboratory and we test your blood glucose, which means it might be higher according to what you have taken. So when we are talking for the HbA1c test, it means that it doesn't alter or it doesn't have use a lot of changes when we are testing or when we are looking for that 3 months. It means that we are looking for the sugar which is already attached to your red blood cells, and it will give us percentage for the last 3 months. That's what we are talking about. The production of red blood cells stays in our bodies for more than 3 months. So it means that it will be constant for a period of time, regardless whether you're taking food or you're not. So this is the most accurate HbA1c test. So when we are talking about diabetic, it means that your blood glucose or blood levels, we test them using a unit we call them either minimums per liter. There's some other machines which measures using the grams or milligrams per year. But the mostly used units are millimoles per liter. The recommended range of blood glucose is between 3.7 most of the time to 7.7, or it should not go below 3, and it should not go higher than 8 millimoles per liter. So when we are saying that we are diabetic, or when we are testing for example, we are looking for red blood cell, random blood sugar, the levels should not go up or higher than 8 millimoles per liter, and it should not go below 3.0 millimoles per liter. So the recommended test when you are looking for blood sugar is HbA1c, which the normal range should not go higher than 6.5, that is in percentage, and it should not go higher than that's 6.5. Sometimes it can be 6.0, 6.5, but some other machines, most of the recommended range is below 6.5, that is in percentage. The reason why we are seeing that the rate of blood sugar might harder, and it might give us not recommended or not reliable result. It's because we can test, and I can tell you that at a moment or in the morning, I can just test that the RBS or the random blood sugar, it goes higher, and during the lunchtime it goes down, in the evening it goes higher again. So when we are talking about testing of the random blood sugar itself, it is not that recommended that I give you just one test or just one result and I conclude that you are already diabetic. So, but when you are talking about HbA1c, that test can give me a good test of good results, which can make me to conclude whether you are diabetic or not. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your subscription. Kindly subscribe to this my channel. I'm grateful, and I know that you could subscribe. May God bless you, and may God bless you many times. Thank you very much.